Just forget about it.
Nigga, forget about it. Touchdown with the bricks, turn the whole hood white like I gentrified it. Had an epiphany, me and my niggas was flooding our wrists with diamonds. I caught a glimpse and it hit me so hard, my bruises turned blue and violet. I got a safe somewhere in the house where only a few can find it. Gave my members the code, cause you never know, I might need her to unlock it. The shotgun barrel so motherfucking big, look like it could shoot a rocket. Hop out on you niggas dressed up like a clown, ain't nothing you could do about it. Them youngins, they running wild, taking Perkies and Oxycontin. Like a deaf nigga packing a U-Haul with boxes. I'm moving silent. Sometimes I get demonic, but I'm constantly praying on God and guidance. I hang around lots of goblins and they known to indulge in a lot of violence. Niggas is huffing and puffing for nothing, that shit just be making me mad. Hop out, tell a youngin' to keep the car running, you think that the battery bad. My niggas be coming behind me with choppers if ever I tell them to crash. You see the drums all in the background like I'm chatting with Vlad. I'm on the UPS app in the suite while I wait on the package to land. I'm on the beach with my bitch butt naked, I'm breaking her back in the sand. Pimpin' so hard on the bitch, you get smart and get hit with the back of my hand. If you leave and you coming right back, I know that little bitch like the back of my hand. Damn, man, I draw the line in the sand. Young nigga trapping, he ran up a bag, now he got a shoebox full of bands. Hopped out with sticks and we asked him who did it, he said it wasn't him, it's his man. I gave your bitch ass a chance, but this time around this shit out of my hands.
Forget about it. Niggas be broke as a bitch, so they toting that shit and they tweaking to get about it. But running their mouth and pointing their fingers at niggas as soon as they get indicted. I talked to the plug, he told us to show up. In other words, nigga, we been invited. I come from the slums, stop bumping your guns, so you fuck around and get gingivitis. How you the gold when you got a goal, so you be letting other niggas write it. You be letting other niggas write it. Nigga, you soft, you featherweight. Nigga, let that shit resonate. Bitch, I work hard for this shit, check my resume. The reason they die cause they hesitate. I shoot to the designate. I give you a halo, nigga. Now you in a better place. This shit like a horror movie, like Michael with Leatherface. They pray I'm a downfall, but bitch I just elevate. When you gray you can't rush, nigga. You wanna just tell away. Before I got locked, was jugging and selling weight.
Damn, man, I draw the line in the sand. Young nigga trapping, he ran up a bag, now he got a shoebox full of bands. Hopped out with sticks and we asked him who did it, he said it wasn't him, it's his man's. I gave your bitch ass a chance, but this time around this shit out of my hands.
Forget about it.
Yeah. Legendary. Yeah. Alright. Yeah. Why he keep saying ooh? Cause that's how they face look every time I'm swinging through. Don't act like I'm screaming, get money first out the blue. Like I wasn't serving niggas 30s out my shoes, out my socks, out the hotels or meet me by my spot. By the shop or fucking meet me at the top, but by then you can't cop. Like I really tell my moves though. Look, 20 teens, I turned 3 into a 4-way. Had the boy and the girl, but never went both ways. Never met Mr. West, but I know yay. Back page pimpin', turn your BM to a throwaway. Pay the cost to be the boss, that's what I'm supposed to say. But I'm loose off the goose in the ocean spray. I'm still ballin' while I'm coaching since I know the play. The rules still apply, be out your mind, get you smoked today. And I ain't talking shit, I'm talking what I know, okay? You don't wanna listen, get the fuck and don't smoke my J. Legendary DMV advocate, trust I know my way. I know my worth, with or without you, I'ma be on my way. Keep it a buck, you niggas suck, that's how I know you gay. Not for real, fuck niggas, all lowercase. I'm going in like it's an open safe, and I'm screaming get money first every time I show my face. SP for tourists. Swag like the 80s, gold in Valora. The plug just dropped another brick and said I got a day to dump it. Lil Giz just shot the block up. How the fuck I'm supposed to pump it? PG posted everywhere. There's no way I can make this cheddar. I don't serve nobody else. I love my fiends, they treat me better. Slide through 23rd, seen some swerve, bust a couple swings. Park a hand and roll a J while waiting for my phone to ring. And everybody got work. The hood's over flooded with birds. And I got a time limit. My plug get on my fucking nerves. Get it gone fast. Being thirsty, that's a downfall. And I'm sucker ducking niggas fake like Bape out the mall. Peace to Lil Ma, that's my man. He got the switch. Gotta be a solid nigga. We ain't rolling with no snitch. These streets will kill you. Don't love nobody more than they love you. Them same niggas will turn to Judas, even your blood too. Nigga, that's real. Bob style. Yeah.
They walk like we walk, no. They catching their breath, young and they step.
So I mean, that shit happens everywhere, no problem. The fact is this, listen, this is my thing, just to get to it.
People talk like they walk like we walk, no. They catching their breath, young and they step too slow. North side of PG, what we call
You know what you mean. Yes, sir.
I'm straight as a perm. Hard to scribble lyrics cause my thoughts are beyond words. Unmatched that.
So it begins, huh?
I'm excited.
You excited?
I'm excited.
Me too.
What I spit is hot burning, like hot to touch, so I'm never concerned with them jealous.
I really don't get with folks that sit around and complain too much and keep trying to act like we're going through what they went through.
They treat us like Jesus, they won't believe us. I'm fed up. I show my
because naturally women support men that's on their shit. If you really want her to be on that same type level with you and beyond, surpass that, man.
Yeah. Man, y'all know what the fuck it is. Y'all watch out, I'm just getting started. Fuck all y'all bitches, I'm here.
Okay, now. Salute to the family, man. Respect. Welcome back to Smitty's Corner. Hold on one second. I'm feeling like my bad, y'all. Yeah, I forgot to feed the fish. Feeling like Mr. Rogers over here. So let me pull this up a little further. There we go. All right, let me get myself in mode. I ain't even set up. Look at how unprepared I am for everybody tonight. I apologize. I definitely apologize for last night. I am not a tech savvy person. I'm truly somebody who is learning this step by step. Definitely, I guess we call that getting it out the mud, but I like to stay clean. So I don't like to be in dirty places. That's just me. Respect, man. Salute to the, you know what I'm saying, folks in the building. I appreciate the A team stopping through. Salute to you, sis. Salute to you, fam. All right now. So yeah, we're definitely going to go ahead and get back into this. I didn't really get a chance to really dive deep into it. Technical difficulties, the whole nine, but I will start it off with this as always. How are you today? How's your headspace? And how's the day been treating you? Just in case there's nobody else who asked you that question today. All right. So now let's go ahead and get to it. Yeah, it is very interesting. The discussion that I had the opportunity to see. I came across this I was like, man, I'm gonna tell you right now, I was just on my, like, you know how sometimes we just be up, just kind of roaming and surfing like 2, 3 in the morning. You just up, just looking at stuff, just scrolling through. And that popped up. And I said to myself, this is going to be interesting. Now, I will propose this first question, right? Because I do realize that both are definitely coaches in which they do proclaim and say that they are, which I give them both credence from viewership, subscribers, following, the whole nine, right? So I think both of these very intelligent men, I think both of their work speaks for themselves. Okay. Now, this is the thing. I don't know. You yourself, which way do you see yourself leaning more towards? Or is it neither? Is it somewhere in the middle? Right? Is it far to the right of this? Is it far to the left of this? I don't know. I would tell you this much, exactly what it says at the bottom of the screen right here beneath you. You see what that says right there? Let me see if I can get it. Boom, right there. Bring your own thoughts and your own thoughts only. This is a place I want to make it very clear that one thing I can't stand is being in any form of echo chamber and not being able to have diversity of thoughts. So I just wanted to make that part clear. Now, I really want to know, when it comes to being a coach, I guess leading, motivating people in any form of fashion, is it the best way to coach and or motivate people simply by telling them what you know that your clients and constituents want to hear? Or is it better for you to just give them what they need to hear? Some people actually, believe it or not, that's not a no-brainer as much as you may think. There are some people who really believe that the best way to help a person is to give them what they want. That's a real thing, right? Give the people what it is that they want. If they want the BS, give it to them, right? Okay, cool beans. All right. So that's what we're going to do, right? Give people what it is you know they want to hear. Or you might have to be a little rough. You might have to be on some, 5:15 a.m. Are you up yet? You know the regimen. It all depends on how you see these things are supposed to work out. So that's the first thing that I would propose. I would say, me personally, I look at this whole thing as, I say it would be much better. It'd be much, much better to go right on ahead and give people what it is that they need. If you're really saying to yourself, I want to genuinely help you, I want to make sure that you are pushed as far as you possibly can go to the expectations of what I guess we could say. Let me get this straight. Bow. Of what it is your I guess your true potential. Let's take it back to the anime sense. Even if we're speaking about let's say Goku in a sense, right? In DBZ, how was Goku, Gohan, Vegeta, any of these people, Tien, you name them, right? Piccolo even. How were they able to reach their full potential? They continuously had to be challenged. They continuously had to be placed in positions in which they were not comfortable. Now, I get it. Everybody's not an anime fan. You may not even recognize the names that I'm saying. But what I'm saying to you is that this is a circumstance where folks really had to go ahead and dig deep into what it is that they wanted to try their best to pursue. I bet. So let's go ahead and get into it. I'm not even going to hold us because I was supposed to have this done yesterday. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead. We're going to start from the top. We're going to go ahead and take this from the beginning. And yeah, definitely. I digress. My mic is muted. Respect.
After these messages, we'll be right back. Are y'all ready, kids? Oh, shit!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
young lady is speaking from perception, like you said, right? Her perception is her actual reality. So what she sees is what she thinks is actually going on. Okay. When you come back and say, people should appreciate a man for working a job and letting the mother stay home, you're using the word should, which is your perspective. So when it comes to, because you said you coach people, I coach women. When you're talking to an actual one person and not a crowd of people or a chat, right? You're talking to an actual person. It's important for you as a coach, because you said you coach people,
I
to
coach men
listen.
and women.
Gotcha. You coach people. So as a coach, we both are coaches, we both are fathers. So from a father standpoint and from a coaching standpoint, it is important for you to hear that person's perspective and their perception. And this is the reason why.
Well, I don't
This
think you
woman,
understand what perception and perspective mean. You're like
Hold on.
speaking in.
Hold on.
Yeah, but you're
Sir,
you're not speaking.
sir.
Nothing that you said was correct.
Okay, I'm
You're
almost
getting
done.
perspective
I'm
and
almost done.
perception incorrect.
I'm almost done, sir. This woman, like I said, from her perception, her dad was a bad person because he did not pay attention to her. This is what I said in my video. This is an opportunity for her to be acknowledged, for her to be heard. You cut her off in that video.
Okay. All right. Now, this is what I want to know. Is there a difference between perception and reality? I really want to know that. Is perception reality, or is reality what reality is? So let's take it into a modern day sense if we were to speak about it. Is your truth the truth, or is the truth the truth? That's all I wonder. Let's go ahead and see what we got so far. Okay, now respect. You already know, love. But that's the main thing that I wonder right now at this moment. Like, I'm just curious, like, is that actually what it is? Now, the second part to that, and I'm gonna answer both myself. Hear what you guys got to say. Comment section, chat, whatever it may be. Is there a difference between perception and reality? Because there are a lot of people who would definitely say right now, I conflate the two. Right? So if we say perception is reality, that to me automatically nullifies any definition that either of those words have. Is there a difference? That's all I want to know. That's all I want to know. Is there a difference between perception and what reality is? Now, I would say yes. Why? Because they're two different words. Reality is exactly what we all know it to be. Reality. It's actually what happened. But watch this. See, the nuance to all of these things when it comes to it is, what exactly is the difference between what you experienced in that moment and what actually happened in its totality? Yeah. All right. All day in the paint. You already know. We got the missus in the building. Before I even answer your question, Booby, I just wanted to say hello. Okay, now you go with your bad self, girl. Reality is perception. Reality is reality. Sorry. Perception is how one sees reality. I ain't gonna lie, that seems like that should be the pinned comment of the night. Reality is reality. Perception is how one sees reality. Well, god damn it, Jim. I'm definitely with it. Yeah. Respect. So, that's the way I see that. Like, what really is, because we keep talking about, well, that woman's or that man's perception. Well, there are a lot of people who can perceive that you were trying to be very disrespectful. There are a lot of people who can perceive that you were trying to be flirtatious. Were you really? Were you? That's all I want to know. Were you really? Or was it really more so than anything? That's just how you took that. So your reality or your perception in that moment could be, this person was so trying to hit on me. The reality could be the person was just simply giving you an honest compliment and going about their business. These things do occur. You smell me now? But with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. Let's go ahead, tap back into a little bit more of this further.
And you didn't play the whole video the second time, and it's okay. The thing about it is, a person's perception is her reality. Give her her reality. Let her be heard.
I have a question real quick.
If she feels like her dad did wrong by not being there, not being around, not paying her attention, not acknowledging her, see that.
Okay, question for you. So you just said that a person's perception is the person's reality. I agree. Because a person's perception is their interpretation of the world around them. It's very unique to them, right? So if a man feels like a woman and that's his perception, would you acknowledge that? Would you say, "Oh, well, yeah, you're a woman. You could be a woman." This is what I'm saying. What your mind frame is lunacy. Your mind frame leads men thinking that they could be women, and then the whole world acknowledging that. This is what I'm saying. No. Yes, it does. You literally just agreed to it right now. So this is how I'm about to break it down right now. So look, here's the facts. Here's the facts. Real quick, we can talk about perception and perspective all the time because this is what I do. I'm going to repeat it again so you get it clear, because I think you need to take a little dose of the red pill. You haven't really gotten to the red pill. You haven't woke up out of the matrix. You're still in the matrix. Whatever. My whole point is that I look at it from the matrix standpoint. You're going to get a dose to this pill real quick. Whatever you think it is. Whatever you think it is, you're going to get a dose of the red pill. So listen, a perception.
You serious?
Yeah. See, the thing is, another thing, notice now, this is what I'm peeping, right? What I'm peeping is, obviously both of them are successful. They both have the plaques, right? Both of them are definitely have a following. Both of them have been on very large platforms, the whole nine. This is the thing I be constantly asking. What is this thing about trying to make sure that we all kind of have this headspace of my way of going about it is the only way? I'm gonna be honest with you. I wouldn't say I go as far in the headspace of Brother Cooley here to the left, and I would say that I respect the minds in the headspace of Brother LetGo right here, but I don't get with his ideology. But what I do recognize is that both of these men are definitely successful in their own right. The problem is that we keep trying to figure out who's the rightest. I think I just made up a word, but it's wild. Like, it's wild. You know what I'm saying? Salute. You already know. Shh. Damn, woman. Anyway. I don't feel like moderating tonight. I'm in the bag, I guess. I'm in the bag or bed. I don't know. You got BG there. All right, bet that. Yeah, Sunkiss, definitely. I appreciate you. You can just hang out and watch. Don't worry. I'll go ahead and make sure that anybody who is viewing is definitely in a comfortable position. So you go ahead, cook some food, do your yoga, whatever it is you do, drive somewhere in the car to or fro from work. I'm right here with you, fam. All right. But honestly, like, I'm looking and I'm noticing, like, why is this blowing up so much? It's blowing up simply because folks really do have it in their head that there's only one way when it comes to this. If I've actually been successful, then that means that if anybody else is doing it, they're not doing it the right way because they're not doing it how I'm doing it. It's the problem here. That's the biggest issue with all of these spaces. Sheesh Louise. But we're going to go ahead. We're going to get back to the video. But as always, you know how Smitty rocks out. We got to get to a quick commercial break. So with that being said.
Can't touch this. Can't touch this. Break it down. Hammer time.
Perception is a person's interpretation of the world around them. It's very unique to them. You're telling me that I should have been.
I don't use the word should. Can you stop using the word should?
You just said that I should. You just said that I should. That's what you said in your rebuttal.
Ah, shit.
No, I didn't. I don't use the word should.
So you never, okay, let's just.
I don't use the word should.
This
You
guy
keep using the word
gaslight.
should.
No, you gaslight right
I don't think you applying yourself, Smokey.
now, but it's
You
totally
just lied
fine.
and said I don't use the word should, and you just use the word should, and I just stopped you to show you that you weren't using the word should.
I
So go ahead.
used it in a sense. I'm using it because you said that what you should, that's literally what you said. But
I
anyways,
did not say that.
let's just chill with the
I
antics
said
real quick.
as a coach.
Let's chill with the antics real quick, okay? Let me just make my point. A perception is someone's interpretation of the world around them. It's very unique to them. So how they perceive things.
Mm-hmm.
You're saying that
recommendations on who should attend this conference. I would say
those individuals who really want to seek out.
Me and the girl was having a discussion, and I couldn't read the room because I wasn't able to acknowledge her perception. Okay, my standpoint is.
What happened?
Oh, okay, go ahead. Well, correct me. Go ahead.
Okay, she was talking about her childhood trauma. Y'all weren't having to see, and this is what I'm saying. And this is why this is so good. This was not a discussion. I know y'all was on a podcast, so I'm not crazy. This was not a discussion.
What, with me and
this
a girl?
Yeah.
It was a discussion.
Hold on. This was her talking about her childhood trauma, right? So it's not.
So, Sunkiss, what I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they're talking about one of the shows that he did. So Cooley, he does shows, the whole like couch lounge around. Everybody got their own mic and stuff and their own little love seating couch. And one of the chicks on the show, I believe, got to tripping. I believe that Mr. LetGo actually viewed one of his shows, and he just came up to give his take on why he believes as a fellow motivating coach that I guess Brother Cooley here fumbled the bag on that one. So I guess Brother LetGo was just telling him about why you should not be so harsh when telling women about reality. I believe that Mr. LetGo has this headspace of allow that woman to believe what she believes, right? And that's why the whole how they blew up. But we're gonna get further. It gets juicier. So we ain't gonna have to worry about nothing. You go ahead, sip your coffee, sip your tea, your wine, your beer, whatever you got tonight. Smoke your J, get your popcorn. Let's go ahead. I digress. My mic is muted. Let's finish rocking out for it.
Not a discussion. This is a person's life. this is a person's childhood trauma. That, and I'm sure she did not. So I don't want to make anybody feel like I'm gaslighting. Okay, she did not do this. But as a coach, as a content creator, when you have people on your platform and you say you coach people, it is very important to make sure that you understand. And people, I understand, everybody does not deserve understanding, but it's your job to at least give them a certain amount of understanding.
Bro, you're rambling right now. What's the point?
The point is, because I'm getting ready to say something. The woman got up and walked out, right?
Because the laws of science differ fundamentally from those of
that woman could have got up and walked out and done something crazy. So as a coach, it is our responsibility that we hear the person and not always make everything.
Listen, you trying to coach me right now, and you don't even know the difference between perception and perspective.
I'm almost done.
All right,
I'm almost done. This young lady got up and walked away.
Yeah,
she could have did something crazy, because when this woman is talking about her childhood trauma, she can turn around and re-trigger herself by talking about shit, right? And then you turn around and using perspective and ignoring her perception, that in itself is dismissive.
So that in itself is dismissive. So this is what I want to know. Do you truly believe that telling the truth and or being real can lead to a person crashing out? If you really told, like, for example, let's say I was a coach and I actually told this woman the age-old saying that I hear in these spaces: you've hit the wall. Will that really make her want to drive her head into a wall and bang, bang, bang? This nigga told me this. I don't know. You know, I mean, just yeah. That's why I pulled it up. Yeah, all I'm gonna say is, because look, listen, like I don't hate on nobody, yo. Like everybody has their own way. But all I would say is Brother LetGo is a very, very fascinating, interesting character in these spaces. That's it. That's all I gotta say. He's very unique in his approach. So let's keep on. Let's see what we got. If you talk to a person with a lack of emotional discipline, what? Gotta know who you talking to. Yeah. I agree with that. Yeah, you got to know who you're talking to. Better not. Okay. All right. I'm going to go ahead and I'm gonna do what we should do. I'm gonna act like I really know what that's being said and meant. But I get it. We with you. Love you, booby. All right, now. So I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out, when it comes to how we actually go about all of these things, like what really is it? What really is it? But it's wild. It's wild. Let's go ahead. Let's see what we got right here. You already know. I mean, really though, I'm just saying. Okay. All right. I know exactly what you mean, babe. I know exactly what you mean. Please stop with the faces. Let's go ahead and rock out. With that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. We gonna get back into this, and so far, I would say the only thing that I have to say is,
oh shit! Thank you. You went right into what I wanted to talk about. So exactly. Great. Good. So you just admitted with what you just said. You just said that a person should act. If a person has a perception, right, that's unique to them, that's unique to their worldview, the other person should acquiesce their behavior or their response to pretty much to coddle them, so an effect won't happen beyond that. You just said that
let me add one thing. You said you coach people, right?
Let's just stick to the topic.
hold on. This is important. The reason why I'm bringing that up is because you said you coach people.
I get it.
As a coach, you have a specific responsibility to make sure that this person that you are potentially coaching, because she's talking about her childhood trauma. So whenever a person sits in front of a coach talking about their childhood trauma, you have a responsibility that you may not even know that you have to make sure that person has a safe space to operate in.
All right, so let's just stop there. Do you agree with that? You know, like, is it like, because I'm not a coach, I'm just somebody, I just speak on YouTube, I ain't nobody special. I really do wonder, is that something that you should make sure is that they absolutely always have a safe place? Because the thing that I think about when thinking about when we say safe place, I think about what has a safe place done for most. I believe a safe place for the most part has kept people too comfy and too content. I believe that being too comfortable allows a person the headspace to settle more than actually dig deeper into making sure that they know their true potential and receiving what it is that they know that they should receive in this life. That's just my view. That's it. You know, it's just a vision. And why is that my vision, you may ask? You want to know why? Because every day I wake.
Hey, can you give a brother a break, yo? Can't you see the man's down? What about honor and fairness and shit?
For that woman to just jump up and walk away, so she could have did something crazy, and it would have been, to a certain degree, your fault.
Hey, Mr. Let Go.
As a coach,
Mr. Let Go.
As a coach, you got to make sure you don't do that again or put yourself in that position.
Yeah,
you said you were a coach.
Mr. Let Go. One, I coach totally different than you. One, I don't coach to coddle. Yeah, I don't.
You have to make sure you do what you're supposed to do as a coach.
I do not coach to coddle individuals in their lunacy. So this is what I'm saying. So let me finish. Let me finish, right? So you just admitted, and please don't cut me off because let me land my plane. You just admitted that when a person has chat, we still talking about perception right now, but we're gonna move on to the next topic. But I just want to clear the air real quick. Y'all gonna see this. You just admitted that a person's perception is their interpretation of the world around them, and it's unique to them, so that the other person should be acquiescing their behaviors or their response to solidify the person's perception. My point is that that's lunacy because a person's perception of the world around them could be wrong and it could be dangerous for them. So, like I said, it's like a man believing that he's a woman, right? That's his perception and that's his reality around him. You would agree that the man should be believing that the man is a woman. You would be calling him then a woman. That's pretty much what you just said. That's pretty much what you just said. And guess what? My point, let me finish. Let me land my plane. Okay. My point is that that's lunacy. I do not do that. When someone's perception is limited and it's incorrect, then what I do is then give them a perspective. A perspective is, again, the art of observing the world outside of you.
All right. Okay, now, so perception. The art of observing the world outside of you. I would say to a large degree, there is some validity there. Okay, but so the art of perception. Now, so far, what I'm hearing a clash of the minds, and somebody's trying to figure out who can be more right than the other, as opposed to two coaches actually, just coming together and speaking. Now, I would say it's really wild because, to be honest with you, like, I would say Mr. Let Go has very much so it's more of a very much so kind of coach them, but let them coach themselves. That's the part that gets to me. Coach them, but let them coach themselves. Because, and the reason why I say that in a sense, because like when he says like the perception and they feel this way, then allow them. Well, are you really coaching somebody? Like, for example, right? I'll give you an example of where I'm at. If I'm your workout coach, and if you I hit your phone, it's I don't know 5:30. We're supposed to meet up at the gym by 6:15. I know it takes you about a good 45 minutes, whatever. So I'm hitting you about 5:30, give you a whole full hour. If you answer the phone and say, you know what, I don't really feel like it today. Not as actually really truly like an emergency, something going on to truly prevent you. You just hit me with the you don't feel like it. Am I then a successful and or I guess you can say a sufficient coach if my response to you is, you know what, I felt like laying down today too. Go ahead, be lazy. And that's what I mean by as far as like when you call yourself coaching people, there is a certain amount of you do got to tell them, get out there, drop and give me 50. If you put yourself in that position, now, if you just want to be a really good friend, that's different. But to be a paid coach, I would say that you definitely have to make sure that you tap in on that. So let's see what we got. As a life coach, I already got you. Okay. Yeah, coach, got you. As a life coach, you coach to guide them, but they are still in control, not decide for them. Ah, shoot. I got it. I got it. Yeah. You don't make no decisions for a person. The only thing that we can do is primarily make sure that we guide that person, point them in the right direction. You can't do too much about what they decide. Listen, watch this. Even our own children, like I can point my child in the right direction. I can give her all the information in the world. If one day, as a full grown adult, she decides that she's going to totally go against everything that me and her mother and the family has taught her, the only thing you can do is point them to the water. You can't make them drink, right? I just don't want to call people horses, although some of us look like it. Now, definitely salute, gas mask, respect to you. Thank you very much for stopping through, brother. I appreciate you as always. So let's go ahead. Let's get back to it. Let's see exactly what we have going on here. But as always, you know how Smitty rocks. And with that being said,
After these messages, we'll be right back.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
You get it? It's not just in your own box. It's observing the world outside of you. She was living in her perception. Well, my father didn't do anything for me. He never showed me any love, this, that, and the third. And, but he was working and my mom was taking care of me. That was her perception. I had to give her a perspective that's outside of her perception. So what I said was, hey, you should be grateful that your father had the ability to work at a high degree to allow your mother to work from home. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Use the word should.
I'm using the should because that's me explaining it too. That's me explaining it. You say talk about should. That's me explaining it to her. Did I in the video? Did I say should?
Can't do that.
How you gonna how you gonna tell me what I can't do? I'm a grown man. You're a father, right? You're a father, right? I'm a father. Okay. So you're like twisting the word should and stuff when I'm using it as an example. That's a very I don't think you're getting it. It's very low IQ.
I just showed you something.
You didn't show me anything.
Hold on. I did show you something. See, be receptive instead of argumentative like a woman, and then we can actually get somewhere. I use the word you
we're
can't
having a
do
discussion,
that.
man.
Okay.
It's a debate.
Cooling. I just did something to you on purpose.
You didn't do anything because you just believe that a man that believes he's a woman, you would be agreeing with the man world's view that believes he's a woman.
I want to show you what I just did.
No, but that's lunacy.
Bro, can you?
One quick question. Do you believe that a man can be a woman?
Can you stop?
Do you believe that a man can be a woman?
Bro, you are so into trying to be right. Can you stop for a second?
It's not about being right.
Wake up and just stop.
Do you believe that a man can be a woman? The chat want to know. They're in the chat right now. The chat want to know. Do you believe that a man can be a woman?
Mute your mic. I wish I could mute your mic.
Yo, just admit. The chat want to know. Do you believe that a man can be a woman?
Can you stop
Answer the question.
Okay, now. So, salute to family in the building. Definitely want to get you in. I know you don't have too much time. I know you gotta get to work and everything, fam. So give you a little touch on what you've been hearing so far. What you got for us?
It sounds like they trying to sun each other. They ain't even having no productive conversation.
I'm hearing the productive aspect of it. I just hear it's coming through in the verbiage of I have to let you know who's more right than the other. Honestly, if you listen to the both of them, there are some points being made. I don't agree with all on either side. I just know how to take the meat off the bone and leave the rest. You smell me now?
Yeah.
But it does not. You're right. This whole thing is definitely something that I see is, like I said, I was thinking all right, bet I'm about to hear something really get popped off as far as I'm gonna learn something. Have I learned something? Yeah, I have. That's if you choose to learn something. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, which one? You talking about Brother LetGo or Brother Cooley? Which one you talking about acting like a woman, love? Do you feel like any of these men are being in their feminine or emotional mode? I want to know that.
I think they emotional.
Let me ask you this. Out of the two in which you've heard so far, if you were to go ahead and, I guess, you know what? I want to hear what a man has to say. Both of them are definitely over 100K. Both of them definitely have their plaques and their following. So let's just say, okay, give them their props, give them their crown. They're successful in this YouTubing and internet thing. So which one of them would you say that you would more likely, I guess, take from? If you had to get advice about men, women, and relationships, who would you gravitate to more?
Probably Cooley.
Okay. And the missus was saying, yeah, just to make it clear, he's acting like a woman. I asked her who. She was saying, okay, so Cooley's acting like a woman. Okay. Hey, this is what I love right here. And this is why I definitely made this banner right here. Right there. That's why I made this banner. Because that's the only thing that I really genuinely will truly accept is those who speak through their minds and their minds only. And that's why I appreciate you, love. All right, bet. So let's go. Yeah, way too yelly. Yeah, okay. I get that because I get it. You're definitely somebody who doesn't like a lot of loud voices. Let's go ahead and get back into this because these brothers right here are really getting into it. So we're gonna finish just observing real quick. Hey, Sunkiss, I appreciate you having me up. And I just want to say this real quick. That last little live pre-record you did was on point. I've been saying the same thing for a long time. I just want to get your acknowledgement. Not real talk. I definitely noticed it's this head spacing thing in these spaces. Let me pull this down real quick and holler at you. Yeah, it's definitely a head space out here that you supposed to support me, but I ain't supposed to support you. Yeah, you're supposed to make sure that people know all about me, but your little bullshit you got going on, ain't nobody supposed to really know about that. Right. And I do, and believe me when I tell you, I have definitely come to the same conclusion myself. I can only really push those who I see in some form of fashion because it's nobody's responsibility. But those who will come outside of themselves and say, you know what, let me go ahead and help push you as well. Because the fact is that anybody who is where they are, for the most part, considering You're not doing degenerate stuff, and you're not being a crash out. Anybody can blow up being a crash out, right? But if you're actually somebody trying to do something, I do recognize only the people can push you to the top. And I do recognize that it's just who folks choose to push to the top for whatever reason it is that they may gravitate to you. And that's something that I respect when it comes to the hustle of this. So I see it for what it is. It's fair game. It's a form of capitalism, and it is what it is. But to land it before we get back to the video, I just want to say, definitely what you were saying, I could say as somebody who is a fellow content creator and then somebody who definitely observed these spaces, everything you said definitely touched home with me. So you didn't do that live for nothing. I promise you there's some real ones out here who definitely get where you're coming from, right?
That's why I've been letting it run. I need everybody to see that.
Respect to you. All right, so let's go ahead, let's get back to it. And with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. Let's rock out.
Do you believe a man can be a woman?
Bro, okay, I'm just going to talk and ignore what you're saying.
Answer the question, please. Please answer the question. Wait, why can't you answer that question? Why can't you answer the question? Hey, chat, he won't answer the question. So that means that you believe that a man can be a woman.
Sir.
That's what you believe. That's your worldview. That's literally what you expect.
Real quick, Sunkiss. If you had a life coach, and let's say you have a son. Your son has a life coach. And your son's life coach is telling him, you know what? If you just want to live in your truth, if you just want to be who you are, now your son is coming to you, or you've overheard discussions and things. Would you say that that is definitely someone that you would be like, you know what? Yes, son. You should take from that. A person. No. Why not? He is successful. I mean, I gotta give him credence. So why not? Why would you say that?
Because my son is a male, and he must remember that.
A young man. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. He cannot be a woman, and we not even gonna play like he can.
Okay. Let's keep on going. Let's rock out. I digress my mind.
You explain that when a person has great. You believe that when a person has a perception that you should indulge and agree with their perception, even if it's wrong. That's what you're saying. You said that, oh, well, you don't know how to read a room. If you read a room, you should just, indulge into that and agree and acknowledge that. No, you don't acknowledge lunacy. I'm not acknowledging that woman talking about not having any grateful insight about her father when her father was working. And allowing the mother to be a stay-at-home mom.
I think you like seeing yourself talk. Can I talk?
No, that's chat.
Can I talk now?
Answer the question real quick. Can a man be a woman?
I'll talk.
Can you answer the question? The chat wants to know. They're literally in there right now.
You didn't answer the question when I asked you, did you have kids?
What are you talking about?
Ollie and Anna seem so perfect.
You answer that question when you wanted to. So can I answer your question when I want to?
Well, can a man be a woman?
I'm following your lead. I said, "Do you have kids?" And you did not answer that question.
Okay, so you want to follow my lead.
Can I answer your question when I want to?
You want to follow my lead? Okay, yes, fair enough, bro. If you had something to say, go ahead and say it.
Thank you. All right. So when I said you can't do that, you said, "Don't tell me what I can't do." Right? I did that on purpose to let you know what women do. All right? What women do is they tell people what they can't do, and what women do is they tell people what they shouldn't do, and that is feminine behavior.
Sunkiss, do you agree with that right there? I don't know. How do you feel about that part? Anybody listening? Yeah, what Mr. LetGo just said.
Mr. LetGo was doing to this man what he just said. So he feminine.
Okay. It's just an argument. Okay. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. Considering how the flow of the discussion is going, I believe that things like this do need to have, because this is one thing I would say is very creative in these spaces that I've seen, is how there are certain content creators that will definitely have a circumstance like this where it's a debate, all right, between two of total polar opposite ideologies, and they'll at least have like moderators, judges, they'll have a time clock, the whole nine. And I believe something like this is definitely one that requires the whole like presidential debate type of stage, right? Someone to moderate the whole nine. So I definitely get what the missus is saying on that. No, it is. I mean, at this point, it is. It's just an argument. But you know what? I like it though, because even though they are arguing, as somebody who comes from a certain environment, I know how to see and read through what's really being said, even though they're yelling. I can hear the messages in between the dysfunction of what's going on, because as most of us, I'm sure, we all were raised around this to some degree. This sounds like two of my uncles at the goddamn spades table right now. All right. So with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. Let's go ahead. We're going to take a one quick commercial break, and we're going to go ahead and get back to the video.
It sounds like Mr. LetGo think he's superior to the other dude.
I'm not going to lie. I'm hearing both men doing the best that they can to exercise their dominance in this particular discussion right now. Yeah, you're right. I don't take from that, but I'm not going to act like I don't see the same thing going on with Brother Cooley.
Well, I don't know much about Cooley, so I'm still trying to
basically, in a nutshell, now look, look, I don't get all into that like red pill or whatever. I would say that Brother Cooley is somebody who is, let's say, more on the realistic, objective side, but he, as you heard him, he does claim red pill. He said in the beginning, you're going to get a dose of the red pill. So, it is what it is. I don't claim any of these, red, blue, or nothing. I don't even call myself purple.
Yeah, we don't pop pills.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Hey, facts. Come on now. All day in the pain. And you want to know why we don't pop pills? Honestly,
cannabis is much better.
Well, no, primarily I would say is because every day I wake up.
I mean, check me out. I'm happy because I smile all the time.
I mean, basically.
I get it. Ooh, excuse me.
So, y'all ready to get back into this? With that being said, I digress. My mic is muted.
Are y'all ready, kids? Oh, shit.
That doesn't make any logical sense of what I said. You said that I shouldn't be using the word should.
Let me finish my statement, sir. I'm a guest on your show.
Okay, but you're saying something that's totally incorrect. You're saying that that's something that women do. No, what you're doing is something that women does.
Sir, I'm a guest on your show. Can you give me the respect?
I've been giving you all the respect, bro. I even changed. We had rules on the podcast. And then you totally went against the rules. You totally went against the rules, and then you started speaking about other things. But I'll let you finish the statement. Go ahead.
Thank you. This is your show. I just want to, God damn. So what I'm saying is, for you as a man or for you as a coach, it is lunacy for you to tell a woman what she should be doing. Now, when it comes to her childhood trauma, that is her childhood trauma. That is her life. That is her reality. All right. You don't tell another person what they should be feeling. That is crazy. All right.
Oh, I do.
And I'm letting you know as a fellow coach and as a fellow father, because what I make sure to do on social media is these people, some of these people have kids. You have a child. I want to make sure, to the best of my ability, all right, to make sure that if you are doing this the same to your kids or to a woman, that you don't do it anymore. All right. See, I look at pushing the word change. I like to help add something to a person's life so they can be better. All right. So what I'm letting you know as a father and as a coach, do not tell a person what they should be doing, because it is dismissive. And I keep saying
You muted.
Is it dismissive to actually, like, if you're supposed to be the coach and you're supposed to tell the person what it is they should be doing, is it dismissive to actually exercise your, I guess, coaching authority, right, or power that person gave to you? Like, for example, on the football field, guess what? I've played football, I've played basketball and baseball. I'm talking about like organized, not professionally, organized. And I do remember we had to listen to the coach. Oh yeah, my dad was right there on the side. That's my whole father. But guess what? He would look at me and tell me, "You need to listen to the coach. He told you to do some suicides." I'm like, "Dad, I don't want to." "Oh yeah, you better run that field, go back, touch 10, touch 20, touch 30. Go back and hit the whole field. You better get down, do them 6 inches." So my whole thing is, when it comes to what I'm hearing from Brother Let Go is, yeah, like, when it comes to how you're supposed to coach, you don't never tell nobody what they should or need to do. What's your view on that?
Well, I'm confused if he said what they need to do or how they should feel.
Let's just go ahead and do this. This is what I'm gonna do. Bow. I'm just go back a second. Okay, so let's just see what we got right here. Let's just listen to him again. It's okay. Oh, here we go. My bad, y'all. I hit the wrong button.
Do on social media is these people, some of these people have kids. You have a child. I want to make sure, to the best of my ability, all right, to make sure that if you are doing this the same to your kids or to a woman, that you don't do it anymore. All right. See, I look at pushing the word change. I like to help add something to a person's life so they can be better. All right. So what I'm letting you know as a father and as a coach, do not tell a person what they should be doing, because it is dismissive. And I keep saying that, but I want you to make sure you're not doing this to your children, because we do it. I'm almost done.
Okay.
I'm almost done. We do what we repeatedly do. I mean, we are what we repeatedly do.
Yeah.
So when you're on a podcast saying some, you're probably at home with your kids saying somewhat the same thing, because our personalities are our personalities. So if you're dismissing this woman's reality, you can possibly be dismissing your child's reality. And
all right. So what do you think about that? If you're dismissing the person who you're coaching, that woman's reality, you can be dismissing the child's reality and everybody else in your circle. Let me get to this comment right here. Tell me what you think of this. Let me see. If my parents got up and left, every time I met them, I would be ineffective. Yeah, definitely. Let me go right here. So here we are. Ladies, you have to be careful who you let who you let assist / guide you. Trust me, if it's not his way, it's wrong or unaccountable. What's your take on that, Sunkiss?
I mean, it depends on the person. So I don't know. What's the purpose of hiring? What kind of coach? What are these, life coaches? Is that what they are?
Yeah, life coaches.
So what is the purpose of hiring a life coach if they giving you advice on what you should do? But he's saying not to give them advice on what they should do. I don't understand how this is dismissive, because in order to give you advice, they would have to take into consideration why you are in the place where you are. So if they not giving you advice, what the hell is they doing?
Well, see, the thing is, there are some coaches who really believe that what I'm supposed to do is basically, I guess, kind of motivate you into the direction you want to go. Now, is there anything wrong with that headspace? Motivate you into the direction you want to go. No, ain't nothing wrong with that. But how do you do it? Do you do it in a way that basically gives them all excuses in the world to stay exactly how or who they are? Or do you really push them in a way that, you know, uplifts that person and actually gives them what they need more so than what they want? What the missus say? Not this coach though. I guess she's speaking of, okay, all right, but maybe she is leaning more so towards, I don't know, Mr. Let Go. So let's go ahead and what you got before we finish rocking out?
I don't know. I tell my clients what they supposed to be doing. Otherwise, why's you here? Because I mean, if you need a cheerleader, that's cool. But I can only cheerlead you if you doing the right thing. And a lot of times, in order for people to do the right thing, they got to know where they want to go. A lot of times, when these people need coaches, they don't know. They don't even know what they're doing.
Huh. You talking about the coach don't know what they doing?
No, I'm talking about the people don't know what they're doing. They want a
Well,
certain thing, but they
yeah,
don't know how to get there. So if you're not guiding them on how to get to where they would, then what are you doing?
I'll give you that. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. I would say this much. Me personally, I look at life in the sense of you got to be able to find your joy. You got to be able to find what it is in you that keeps you content. And guess what? This is all I'm saying to that. With that being said, you will notice that there are people who actually gravitate to what it is that helps keep you content. There are people who is actually going to gravitate to these things, right? Salute. Okay, now hold on. Let me see. God dang it, did it pull? There we go. All right. Glad to have you back, fam. Wonderful. Let's see what we got. You help them find the strength and answers they already have within. Facts. It's about helping that person reach what? Their true potential. What is a person's true potential? What was already inside of them in the first place. You're just helping them tap into it. Facts. It's an entire technique. I would agree. Now, with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and get back into this. So let's go ahead and rock out.
King and T.I. I think King is a brat, and I think he's out of line in what he's saying. But at the same time, I literally said in that video with King and T.I., make sure you do not dismiss this young man's reality. If he felt like he was traumatized under T.I., T.I. can't turn around and say, you should be appreciative of me being a millionaire, because that is dismissive.
You serious? I don't think you applying yourself, Smokey.
Huh? You muted.
The young man was in a jacuzzi with pistols. T.I. and Tiny sat there and was just recording and looking at him with guns in the jacuzzi. And this is when this young man was still a minor. Okay. All right. Don't be dismissive of that reality. I get that. What I'm hearing, I could be wrong. Somebody help me out, but it sounds like it's like, nah, you need to just like whatever it is that they're telling you that their reality is, then you just need to accept that. And one thing I know is this: I don't have no problems with anybody accepting whatever reality they want to accept. The only thing I have to say is when that red ball gets to knocking.
Because the laws of science differ fundamentally from those of...
So with you being a father, with you being a coach, please do not do that to people.
Okay, so it's funny, Mr. Let Go, how you just said that I shouldn't be
I don't use the word should. I keep trying to tell you that. It's I keep trying to tell you that. I ain't tell you nothing about what you shouldn't do.
You just said that. You just said
Mr. LetGo sound foolish.
should. That's an ought. You're making an ought claim. I ought to do this or I ought not to do that. You're basically telling me right now here, you just contradicted yourself because you're doing it right now.
I actually did not.
Yeah, you are. You literally just said that you ought. I'm going to use the word ought.
This is an instruction. I'm instructing you to do something.
Just like I'm instructing the woman that's on the podcast to be doing something. So what are you talking about?
You didn't expect her to do anything.
Bro, you're literally contradicting yourself. You're telling me how I should be running.
You did not give her advice.
Everybody still gonna wanna fight you. You just ain't no fun, bro. You always focused on killing this guy, killing that guy. How you gonna pull a lady?
Go ahead, Sunkiss.
He asked him for his advice.
Yeah, pretty much.
So he did ask you?
You know, it all depends on which way you look at it.
Oh, so he ain't asked him for no advice.
This whole thing.
He did.
I heard the red ball.
Because the laws of science differ fundamentally from those of
Telling somebody what they should be doing is not advice.
Okay, great. Let me finish. You just had your whole rebuttal, and you said that if you are a coach and you are coaching people, this is how it ought to be, and it shouldn't be done like this. You're telling you this or is that?
I would not say that.
Okay, now he did. Hey, chat. This guy is gaslighting like crazy.
To save your life, sir.
Yo, this guy's gaslighting like crazy right now. Chat.
What is he
He's literally
doing?
telling me to stop doing something to other people, but he's telling me.
You say what?
I said, what is he doing? He like, I didn't say this, I didn't say that, but what did you say? Because you just told this man not to do his job the way that he does his job.
Sunkiss, as a strategic coach, what he's doing is he's making sure that he has all his ducks in a row. That's all. Yeah, he's just, he's not backtracking on what he says. He's not double backing. No, he wants to make sure that you heard him clearly.
But he just told this man not to do what he doing. And then said he didn't do that. But you just
That's
did.
a fact. That's a fact. But as the missus would say, and I quote, that's different. That's different. Okay. All right. Period. I mean, it's different. So let's go ahead and let's rock out. Let's see what we got. All right. I mean, you're right though. Apparently you're seeing something that a lot of us also see. But let's just keep rocking out. We got plenty more to get to. So let's see.
Tell anyone to stop doing.
Not say that either.
You're pretty much saying that if someone has a perception about something, right, and that they're living in, like you use T.I. and Tiny, that their worldview, how they perceive things, you shouldn't be dismissive of that.
I did not say that. See, the thing about it is what
you didn't just say that.
Matter. I said it's important to not.
You serious?
Do that. And these words matter, okay?
It's important to not do that.
It is important not to do that there's another.
So guess what? What are you telling me right now? No, this is what I'm saying. What are you telling me right now? You're telling me not to do something. So you are contradicting your own argument. No, you're contradicting your own argument, bro.
This is what I want to know from what you're hearing. I mean, because I like to give everybody fair chances. You as a woman listening to these two men speak, would you say that one man is contradicting themselves? And would you say that the other man is being over emotional about the whole circumstance in the first place? Or what do you see as an individual person?
I see one man that thinks he's superior to the other guy, and I think the other guy is getting frustrated with the nonsense. That's what I see.
Okay. So this particular piece right here, This particular piece right here. Let's run that back. Your thoughts after I pause it.
You did not give her advice. Telling somebody what they should be doing is not advice.
Okay, great. Let me finish. You just had your
Okay, telling somebody what they should be doing is not advice.
What is it?
I'm trying to, I mean, sugar bomb all day in the paint. We're watching Mr. Let Go. Well for dear life. At what's going on. Just go ahead if you need to rewind some back. You can see I'm not going to do the whole video again. You can always catch the replay, fam. But yeah, all right. So telling somebody what to do is not advice. You're their coach now. Now, mind you, Sunkiss, you're the coach.
I am the coach.
Okay, so is it in any form of fashion your, I guess, right to tell somebody what to do? In a sense, not tell them what to do, but advise
I can
them
give you
wrong
tools,
way,
or give you activities that I think would benefit you. It's up to you whether or not you take those suggestions or that advice.
Okay. All right. So far, the way that I see this whole back and forth going, man.
Hey, can't you give a brother a break, yo? Can't you see the man's down? What about honor and fairness and shit?
whole rebuttal. And you said that if you are a coach and you are coaching people, this is how it ought to be, and it shouldn't be done like this. You're telling you this or is that?
I would not say that.
Okay, now he did. Hey, chat, this guy is gaslighting like crazy.
To save your life, sir.
Yo, this guy's gaslighting like crazy right now, chat. He's literally telling me to stop doing something to other people, but he's telling me to stop doing it. He say no one should ever tell anyone to stop doing.
Not say that either.
You're pretty much saying that if someone has a perception about something, right, and that they're living in, like you use Ti and Tiny, that this their worldview, how they perceive things, you shouldn't be dismissive of that.
I did not say that. See, the thing about it is, what
you didn't just say that.
Matter. I said it's important to not do that.
I don't think you applying yourself, Smokey.
Huh?
Words matter, okay?
It's important to not do that.
It is important not to do that.
Not to do that.
There's another.
So guess what? What are you telling me right now? No. This is what I'm saying. What are you telling me right now? You're telling me not to do something. So you are contradicting your own argument. No, you're contradicting your own argument, bro.
You should be doing.
Hey, listen.
Look. Do you understand a child and a parent can have two different realities?
Yeah, let's move on from this because you're contradicting yourself. You're gonna look at it back and you look crazy.
All right, so he's telling him you're gonna look back on this.
Easy right now, bro. I'm being honest, Mr. Let Go.
So, from what you're hearing so far, Sunkiss, what's just your take? Your reaction to what you're hearing. Just whatever you gotta say. Whatever part stuck out to you.
I'm just trying to figure out what Mr. Lego trying to do. I don't understand. He sound crazy.
Okay. Let's do this. 2 seconds.
You're telling me right now. No. This is what I'm saying. What are you telling me right now? You're telling me not to do something. So you are contradicting your own argument. No, you're contradicting your own argument, bro.
You should be doing.
Hey, listen.
Look. Do you understand a child and a parent can have two different realities?
Yeah, let's move on from this because you're contradicting yourself.
All right, so let's just go from there and all this, man. Do you believe a child and a parent can have two different realities?
Yes.
Me too. I do believe sometimes children really think that their reality is on the same level as the parent. And I do believe at times the parent really does think that I should be on the same level with my child. I'll say that. I don't know. What you got?
I think people just have different experiences. Parents are going to do the best that they can, and parents don't oftentimes recognize what it is a child really values or needs. And so you might have a child that feels neglected. And when they say that to you, you like, what is you talking about? I do this, that, and the third.
Right.
But that's not what they necessarily need from you, and that's why they feel the way that they do. I don't think that one perception is better than the other.
Okay.
And I think that's where a lot of the conflict and unresolved issues comes from, because one always feels like their perception is better than the other, instead of just understanding that we are two different individuals perceiving life from different places. Because if you the person in charge, of course you're gonna see things differently than the person that's not in charge.
Sunkiss. You
Hmm?
know damn well everything you saying is absolute poison in these spaces. You're not supposed to preach anything that actually advocates people for thinking for themselves and actually observing life through their lens and then coming to their own conclusion, while at the same time not being dismissive to others. You sound too logical. I'm going to need you to bring it back, because I'm not trying to lose viewers right now. Okay. All right. We need the viewers. I need you to be more of an echo chamber. I need you to hit more of what it is that we all are used to and accustomed to hearing. But rock out. I digress. My mic is muted.
Well, that's why I don't be around, because I can't do that. These people sound crazy to me. Like, this man is like, even in their dynamic, he's telling him not to dismiss, but it look like he's dismissing his perception and his reality. He ain't even trying to listen to what the man's saying. So how do you expect him to accept your advice when you're not even listening to him?
I say the same thing all the time, but we're going to get back into it. And with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted.
Are y'all ready, kids? Oh, shit.
So you're going to look at it back and you look crazy right now, bro. I'm being honest, Mr. LetGo. I'm being honest right now.
I don't care. Do you understand that two people can have two different realities in the same house? Yes or no?
Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. Like that's bothering me right now. Like, yes, absolutely. My perception of what this household consists of will be different from my wife and or my lady. My perception of what this household consists of will be different as opposed to my lady and my children, even whatever pets I have, all the way down to plants. The fact is, yeah, my headspace is going to be different. You don't think as a woman the headspace won't be different as far as maybe what she feels as if her position, role, however you want to word it? Because I know we real, sensitive with how we word things, and I'm mindful of that. But is it not different with each individual person? I remember being 15, 14, 10 years old, and I knew my position was way different than my parents. I never put myself in the position to have to pay bills or even think about it, not even buying groceries. You wanna know why? Because I recognize my position as the child in that household. What's your take on that, Sunkiss?
I agree. Everybody got their role to play. I look at it like this. Everybody in the family can write a book about the family. And while they may share similar experiences, everybody's book gonna be different.
Facts on that. Well, with that being said, I always like to come back up to where I am, and I know I gotta go back down into earth. And y'all ready to go back down into earth to the bullshit that goes down in there? Let's rock out.
Oh shit.
We all know, and we both agreed that a perception is a person's interpretation of the world around them that's unique to them. So obviously, everyone perceives things differently.
That's all I'm saying.
Yes. So even if you're saying that, now let me ask you a question, right? Can a man be a woman?
No.
Okay, so a man can't be a woman. So now I'm going to refute your whole argument.
Dang, how long did it take him to get the answer to that
I
question?
believe I'm a woman. That's that.
I do believe it was a record-breaking under 3 days. Rock out.
Is my perception right now. I believe I'm a woman. I feel like I'm a woman. My name is Davina. Instead of David Cooley, it's Davina Cooley.
Let's do it.
It's Davina Cooley. Okay, right? And I want you to acknowledge me as a woman. Are you going to acknowledge me as a woman?
Yes.
Wow, we just caught him right here on camera. You just admitted that you agree to this LGBTQ nonsense that you indulge in believing in someone else's lunacy. You're the problem, bro. You need to take a dose of the red pill. That's literally leads people astray.
All right. We got the oh so lovely, the missus up in the building. What you got, love?
Salute.
What
Hi,
you got?
So okay, I had to go take a couple of breaths and I had to go get me a glass of wine because I got a little bit agitated.
Rock out.
So here's the thing, right? And just for a little bit of a background, because I hate when people think that I'm just talking, I counsel, right? And the similarities in counseling and life coaching is so similar that if someone comes up and they say anything that, because it's jargon, right? In anybody's career, we have jargon, which there is certain words that you say that I could pinpoint, like I'm talking about like right away, right? So life coaches and counseling, we work very similar, right? So as a life coach, you're supposed to get certified. Like there's literally certifications that you go through. And when you do these certain certifications, they teach you not to tell people what to do. You're supposed to guide someone, like in order to make a decision. They have to make it on their own. And the reason why they teach us that is because it's so important to help the person find a solution, not just now, but for the rest of their lives as a life coach, right? Because there's going to be times where you're not going to be there. It's going to be, you might move on or they might have to go somewhere else, or maybe they can't come back to see you. They have to be able to figure things out on their own. So you teach them techniques in order to figure out solutions for the future, not just for the present. So it's so dangerous to tell people what to do, because if you get it wrong, right? Because we're humans, not robots or programs, or we're not designed to always have the answer. And me and Smitty were just talking about this the other day. I said I'd never tell somebody what to do for their life, even in my friendships, because I can't live that person's life. That's their decision. However, I can help. I can help to guide them. Like, so it might look something like this. I'm just going to give a quick example because somebody might be like, what the heck is she talking about? It might look something like this. Oh, Felicia, you're back to see me. Where were you at for like forever and a day? Oh, I was in jail. Okay. Back in jail. Okay, great. So, what happened this time? And they might give a whole entire spiel, like the last spiel that they gave where they got arrested, and the previous spiel where they gave. So you'll say, okay, so there seems to be a commonality in these stories that you're telling me. And they're like, oh yeah. Can you tell me what you think that might be? Oh, every time I do something, terrible, I go to jail. Okay. So what could you have done different? Like I never be like, oh yeah, so maybe you shouldn't have did this to go. Like that's not, we can't do it that way. They have to be able to figure it out, and it's called problem solving. They have to be able to do that on their own. So you just guide them. And then hopefully they take those tools and they apply it for the rest of their lives so they don't end up in the same situation. Because counseling shouldn't have to last forever, right? The idea is for you to be able to get to a place where you don't need it. Some people will need it forever, and that's just what it is. But the goal is for the person to be able to live a successful life and guide their own life without you. Like that should be the goal. If I tell somebody what to do every time, they'll come to me to find out every time. Like that should never be the goal. And that's why life coaching and counseling is very similar, but you are supposed to take courses. Like some people do it, and listen, respect to it, because there can never be enough people helping people, right? So I put a lot of respect to it, and he will even tell you. It's a lady named Joy that's on my IG. Shout out to Joy, because I'm telling you right now, she is literally dope as heck. I love her. But she's a life coach, right? And what she says, and she just pours in and she pours in. And it's just so different. And I also like life coaching because they take a more of a personalized approach. However, you are supposed to get certified so you can know those key things. In this particular guy's case, Cooley, very emotional man, right? Like he seems like he's been through a lot. That should never even be shown. Like if you're helping people, you got to kind of be able to meet people where they are. Like you have to be able to listen to what they're saying. And what the other guy is saying is he's literally saying, if a woman came to you as a life coach, quote unquote, like bunny ears, right? As a life coach, if a person comes to you and they are spilling out their traumas, and you're basically saying something else like, oh yeah, my dad did, I feel like my dad didn't love me, I feel like, every time he did this and this and like he shut me up or whatever, it's very dismissive to then be like, did he take care of you? And it's like, yeah, I mean, he took care of me, but that doesn't mean that he loved me. It doesn't mean that he comforted me. It don't mean that he ever really supported me in other ways that are emotional. You know what I mean? Like we see it all the time in people's parents that are on drugs, right? Like, yeah, I don't know, somehow they managed to like financially take care of the house, but they were never there supportive wise. Like it's so different. And I'm just telling you, it's so important for even a person that is helping people. Like if you, it's not required to have to be a life coach or call yourself a life coach and get certified for it, but it's so important. Like, and I encourage people to do it because you'll get those tools that is necessary for it to be successful. This guy is completely terrible. He's not a life coach. Like he's just calling himself that, and he has like you could tell he's not certified. He doesn't even know how to deal with people. If you don't know how to deal with people and you're hurting them more than you're helping them, then you're just another person that's hurting people in the world. And that pisses me off. But I will digress and mute my mic.
All right, bet. Definitely interesting take. Nah, I appreciate you on that. Because you actually do have a career field in which you do. You don't coach people, but there is a certain amount of, I guess you can say, natural raw human interaction that must be involved for you to be able to truly engage. So with that being said, I'm gonna be honest with you. Let's go ahead and get back into it. I digress. My mic is muted.
Are y'all ready, kids? Oh shit!
That leads people astray. If someone worldview is incorrect, no, I'm still speaking.
When you're right,
I'm speaking.
Can you calm
when
down?
I'm right, but you just calm down. If someone I'm not done, bro.
Right.
How come I let you speak? But I
because
can't
you're
even get
telling
a minute.
me what I'm doing. You can't.
You just did it. You just did it, bro. You just did it. You just proved to me that you believe that a man can be a woman and you would accept someone's worldview even if it's lunacy. You just agreed to that.
Can I say something, sir?
But you just agreed to it. Admit that you just agreed to it. The example is here. Concede to it. Concede.
Can you stop talking for a second so we can have a conversation about that?
Concede that you believe a man can be a woman and that you agree with the lunacy in America.
You just want to be right.
You serious?
How is that being right? You just said it.
Shit. You acting like a little child right now, bro.
No one's acting like a child, bro. If we was in person, you wouldn't even be speaking over me. Let's be honest. If we was in person, you wouldn't be speaking over me.
Okay.
I mean, to be fair, Cooley did try to do
you
it
wouldn't be
like.
speaking over me if we was in person. Trust me.
Go ahead.
And Cooley tried to do a aha, I got your moment, which is kind of childish.
Okay. See, I just want different views on how do each of us as individuals see how this interaction went down. Bet. Okay, respect to that. I ain't gonna lie. The way I'm seeing this whole thing, when it comes to Mr. LetGo,
I don't think you applying yourself, Smokey. Huh?
You wouldn't be speaking over me. You wouldn't. You wouldn't even have the masculinity to be speaking over another man that's of my stature. You wouldn't. You wouldn't be doing it. I know you wouldn't. I can see it in your eyes. Okay, you wouldn't do that.
Did I say we could have did this in person and you said no?
When did you say we could do it in person? I told you where I'm at.
On the phone. On the phone. Not on the phone, but in DM. I was like, where you at? I said, I'll come out to you. You said no, we could just do this online.
I never said no. I said that you could come out to here or we could do it online.
Because the thing about it,
you went on to another topic.
I wouldn't say something in person. I wanted to do this in person.
No,
you the one that.
I'm like, excuse me, what's your name? She looking at me like, I'm like, all right, let's move on to the next one.
I hit the streets again. Another backbreaking day comes to an end. I fight the city noise and the hustling crowd. In a world where there ain't no love allowed, you can't stop a man on a love mission, baby. I got a burning beat inside, it's a love mission, yeah. And ain't no way to be denied. My heart wishing, baby, I was there to hold you tight. It's a love mission, yeah. And ain't no way to stop this man.
It's that 1970.
Wouldn't be cutting me off in person. That's totally different.
I would be doing what I be doing right now.
You wouldn't be doing that. You wouldn't be doing that. You wouldn't be doing that.
I promise you I'll be doing that.
Okay, we're gonna have you on here and let's see if you do that in front of my face. We're gonna have you on here.
What would happen?
No, I'm just gonna let you know you wouldn't do it. I don't think you're man enough to even cut me off in person. That's what I'm telling you.
Nothing would happen if you did.
No, what I'm telling you is I don't think that you're man enough to even cut me off in person.
And I'm telling you that I would.
Because it's a much different it's a much different experience when it comes to me debating girls.
Nobody give a fuck what your dumb ass think. Give me this motherfucker. Get your ass up out of here, yo, hook ass nigga. Punk ass, pussy ass nigga. Fuck up out of here with that bullshit. Beat it. Nigga.
Totally different discussion with me debating girls. It's no tough guy stuff. I'm just telling you that this is my podcast. I gave you the rules. Listen, bro, I gave you I gave you the rules of the podcast in the beginning.
This is what I want to know. This is what I want to know. All right. So from you all as ladies, these are two men who are definitely prominent. I'm not shitting on either one of them. I just want to ask, because I know everybody has a different view when it comes to the approach of how we do these things. So we're going to start with the missus first, and of course we're going to get to Sister Sunkiss. Love. So you hearing this at this point, so it started off the way that this whole thing started off. Where we at? 2308. So the way this whole thing started off is like this, basically.
Speaking from perception, like you said, right? Her perception is her actual reality. So what she sees is what she thinks is actually going on. Okay. When you come back and say, people should appreciate a man, I be doing right now.
Be doing
so, knowing how this started off and where we are now at this point, what is your take on this?
My take is Cooley is single and miserable, and that the other guy is a true life coach.
Okay. All right. Sunkiss. No. Matter of fact, let me ask this. For those who may, why does she come to that conclusion? For whatever reason. So what is your take on Brother Cooley? What's your take on Brother LetGo?
Me?
I think. Oh,
me?
No. Yeah. The missus. And then you, Sunkiss. I'm gonna get to you. Because I wanted her to elaborate. For those who might be wondering.
So I actually tried to go back and find a video because I'd be trying to do my little hunting down thing, but I couldn't find it. It looks like every time a woman comes on this man's podcast, typically somebody's leaving off his podcast. So I'm trying to figure out how effective is it? Is the goal to get people to disrespect them enough to make them leave? How was that even effective? If you're going to be a life coach and you're saying that you're dedicating your life to be able to assist others with difficulties in life, why are they walking away from you? I want him to get fired. Honestly, it's so fake, and it puts a terrible taste in someone's mouth about, you know, what he's saying and he is, right? Because there are actually true people out here that are life coaches that actually are for the betterment of people, not having a person storm off every time they're talking to you. Like, that's so ineffective. And you're actually, you know, you're creating more damage than you are helping. I don't really know the other guy. However, it seems like he's taking an approach to helping somebody better their lives. Like, he's willing to listen, to assist.
You're talking about Mr. LetGo, right?
Yeah, he sounds like actually listening to assist others. So he's trying to educate people around, which exactly what I would do, just exactly what I tell you all the time, right? I just literally had a conversation with you about my friend, and remember we had a whole example around, like, you know, why don't I tell her something? And I'm like, I can't do that because it's not my place. Like, and that's just as a professional. And then also she does the same thing. So it's like, you know, she will figure it out. But like, it's so important to know these different techniques when you're dealing with people. Like, your goal in life should be to be, like he said, and I know it, I can hear it. He wants to contribute to someone's life in a way that is positive. I say this shit all the time. I even just said shit. That's how upset I am. Like, if you're not coming into someone's life as a life coach, as a counselor, as a social worker, as a whatever you're doing, if you're not coming into someone's life to try to contribute in a way that is positive, I say this all the freaking time, get out their fucking life. Like, immediately. Stop trying to help these people. Stop trying to ruin their lives. Stop trying to scare them off your stage. Stop trying to put them on a stage to disrespect them in front of others so you can just stroke your male ego, or the cat sitting next to you, or the dog sitting next to you. It's like, stop that shit. Because we're dealing with people. And it like makes me very upset when we're, you know, as a person, like, I dedicate my life to helping people. Like, it's so disrespectful to have people on somebody's show or on a podcast or something just to try to prove a point that what women are weak, or you could try to like embarrass a woman on your stage. Like, this guy does it all the time. Like, if you look through his stuff, all the women are walking out like that. Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you dedicating your life to? Like, what are you truly doing? So I could never agree with a person that is causing more harm than they are good.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you all see the banner down below. Bring your own thoughts and your own thoughts only. Sun Kiss, rock out. What is your take on it?
So I do this line of work as well. And there are different practitioners. And so finding a counselor or a therapist is just like finding a doctor. You have to find somebody that fits you. I'm not going to play ring around the rosy with you. That's not my approach. And if you that type of personality, I'm not going to be a good fit for you. You're going to have to find somebody else. I'm not going to be able to work with you because I'm going to get directly to the heart of the matter and we're going to go from there. And a lot of people are not able to handle that. And so this evasive, oh, well, you know, it's okay. And now I'm not going to play them type of games with you because 9 times, I am fully convinced that most people know what they doing ain't right. They sit up there and play games and lie to themselves and all of that. You lying to me is not harming me in any fashion, but you're lying to yourself. And that's why you effed up in the game. And so you have some people that'll sit up there and like he said, if the man said his name was Melissa, he gonna call her Melissa. I'm not calling you Melissa. You knew you wasn't Melissa when you came in here. That's why you in my face. That's why you seeking help in the first place. So we're not even finna go there, Mr. Sir. Now let's talk about why you want to be Melissa. Let's talk about that. But I'm not finna sit up here and call you Melissa and you know you're not that. I think these are two people with two different approaches. And I really think they didn't have no business arguing with each other. I think they should have respected the fact that they have different approaches when it comes to people. Because I've had people cuss me out. I don't give a damn. Cuss me out. Because guess what I know? You're going to come back. Never had one not come back. And when you came back, we had a conversation. Because you had time to think about, yeah, you got triggered. That's what's supposed to happen. You're supposed to get triggered so you can look inside of yourself. And when you calm down and you get into that reciprocity, that introspection, and you start thinking about what it is that you're doing and how you can correct yourself, you're going to come back. You're gonna apologize, and you're gonna want to move forward because I've watched people's lives transform in front of my eyes just from dealing with me. So I understand where that guy is coming from. But there are some practitioners, and honestly, from what I have seen, the ones that play this game where, oh no, we're not gonna directly approach anything. They be having these people up under them, calling them, harassing them for years on end. I tell people when they first come to me, I don't want you here no more than 2 years. If you can't get the tools that you need to better yourself, like I don't mind you calling me every once in a while when you need a little boost or something like that, but you should not be blowing up my line needing emergency services 10 years in the making. That's crazy. And then some people, they grab onto they counselors and they therapists and they hold on to them for dear life. No, you can't do that to me. I got my own life. So I'm gonna need you to get your tools, and I'm gonna need you to elevate, grow wings, and fly. You know, and I just think they got two different approaches. The fact that I feel like one of them thought that his approach was better and he needed to reprimand the other one is wrong. You should have minded your own business. You being in that position should know y'all got two different styles, and you trying to tell this man how to do what he's gonna do is going to do nothing but end up where this ended up at. And I think that's a failure of maturity on both of their part.
Yeah.
Because he should have told him, no, I'm not gonna have this interview with you. And he shouldn't even try to have the interview with him. Y'all got two different styles.
And that's the main thing that I try to advocate the most is it's not, see, my whole thing is now watch, peep game. Like some people gravitate to Brother Cooley. Some folks, you know, even the missus included, they gravitate to Brother LetGo. Who's to say who's really has the that's my only thing. I'll give my whole take on how I feel about the both of them at the end of it, but I do want to say to that piece in particular, no, you're absolutely right on that part. Or no, I ain't gonna say that. I do personally concur. I believe that's most appropriate. Respect to that. So with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. We were just up here in space because that's what we do, right? Because in space, that means we're very high up and we like to elevate the conversation and the dialogue. So now let's go ahead and dive back into Earth and see what we got.
You wouldn't be doing that. You wouldn't be.
I promise you I'll be doing that.
Okay, we're gonna have you on here and let's see if you do that in front of my face. We're gonna have you on here.
What would happen?
No, I'm just gonna let you know you wouldn't do it. I don't think you're man enough to even cut me off in person. That's what I'm telling you.
Nothing would happen if you did.
No, what I'm telling you is I don't think that you're man enough to even cut me off in person.
And I'm telling you that I would.
Because it's a much different it's a much different experience when it comes to me debating girls. I'm not. It's a much totally different.
Nobody give a fuck what your dumb ass think. Give me this motherfucker. Get your ass up out of here, yo, hook ass.
It's no tough guy stuff. I'm just telling you that this is my podcast. I gave you the rules. Listen, bro, I gave you I gave you the rules of the podcast in the beginning. Real quick, I gave you the rules in the beginning of the podcast, and you disobeyed all the rules of the podcast. I said one mic at a time. I said after your 7-minute video, I need to get at least 7 minutes too to get my points across.
Are you crazy? That shit is so disrespectful. So disrespectful. That shit got me so hot.
And you went through all of that. You totally disobeyed all the rules. So what I'm telling you is that wouldn't have happened in person. In person, you would have been calm, sitting in the chair, chilling. You wouldn't have did any of
Yeah, that's what you would have done,
bro. What are you talking about? Man. You not even like that, bro. You a soft dude, bro. I'm gonna be real. You soft right now. No, that ain't even tough guy. I'm just saying this. It's soft energy, just the way you speak.
And everybody still gonna want to fight you. You just ain't no fun, bro. You always focused on killing this guy, killing that guy. How you gonna pull a lady?
Man, you'll accept the world's view of a man wants to be a woman. Just the fact that you would accept that. Just the fact that you would accept that, you're a soft dude.
Okay, can we stop for 1 second? Hold on. Can we stop for 1 second? I want you to take a breath.
It's no breath. There's no breath here, bro. You didn't adhere to any rules. You didn't adhere to any rules, bro. So this is how we gonna do it. This is how we gonna do it. Okay.
Sir,
this is my podcast. No, this is my podcast, and I'm gonna make it fair. This is my podcast, and we're gonna make it fair. This is the rules. I'm gonna let you speak. I'm gonna let you speak real quick. I'm gonna let you speak. I'm gonna give you the rules real quick, and let's see if you could adhere to the rules for the 98th time. So if you like that clip and you want to watch
check
more,
me out.
click right here.
I'm happy because I smile all the time.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm just gonna be real honest with you. I have my thoughts about how it all went with the both of them. So now that ended off, this was, listen, again, it's two life coaches. Now, I'm not knocking anybody who goes and gets a life coach, but all I'm going to say is this: no matter which side of the aisle you choose to gravitate to, what really are we all looking at when it comes to these things? Are they the be all end all of life coaches? No. Can this definitely be a telltale sign of how these things generally might go, and how you must definitely make sure, do your research, pick who it is that's proper for you. Now watch this. That don't mean that either one of them are not legit or sufficient, because shit, I would definitely say, who am I to talk? Have nowhere near the growth that they have and what it is that they do. What I'm saying is that whoever it is that you choose, or wherever direction you choose to go when it comes to maybe bettering yourself and learning more, make sure that you do that sufficiently. Look into who it is that you want to, I guess, maybe have take the lead for you when it comes to certain guidance in your life. Let's go ahead and get to the missus and Sister Sunkiss, and I'll give my final take on what it is that I saw. So, final thoughts on that. Love, what do you have?
I am happy that's over. Way too much yelling. None of those men are scary. Neither one. They both have very soft voices. Which is why it's so triggering when they start elevating it, especially Mr. Cooley. I don't hate either, because I don't care about neither one of them. Just want to make that very clear. But no, I agree with your message. If you are going to seek any type of help, definitely make sure that it's the person that's right for you. I always say that if you can utilize, your own circle that you build, whether it's family or your own friends or whatever, my advice would be to try to do that first before you go actually seek, professional help, because you're actually dealing with people that care versus people that you're just putting into your life. So, that's just my advice. But anyways.
Sister Sunkiss.
I think both of them threw their professionalism out the window to have an ego battle, which is crazy. And it was crazy because I didn't understand that LetGo was on this man podcast. You can't say that you a guest in somebody's house and you trying to dominate their house. It's crazy. That is disrespectful. I wouldn't invite him back. Like, that's crazy.
Oh man. And so whew, geez Louise. So I guess my whole take when watching the both of them, I guess I've definitely come to the conclusion of
Really got me good. Yeah. I got something for y'all.
What?
Get out! Trick or treat your ass up out of here. Let's go. Look, Martin, look, it was a joke, man. Well, then joke on out of here. Let's go out.
See, I told you he would kick us out.
Well, if you knew it, get to going.
Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog.
Now, don't you feel tough?
Yeah.
Don't you feel strong?
Yeah.
Don't you feel like going home?
Shut up.
and get the hell out of my apartment and take
101 Beats.
I plan to rule a planet with fear. Got my hand on the ancient globe as I ponder like the astronomer painting by Johannes Vermeer. Legends immortalized the fortress my spirit living is fortified. My story lies in the dash between the date I was born and died. Prisons and new improved dispositions kept us all behind. I organized and traded my Calvin Klein for Carl Kanai. I bear arms like sleeveless tops. The streets on lock. Don't ever get it twisted like freeform locks. Ahead of my time like C9, bitch, we on top. I'm debunking stigmas from ignorant niggas seen on Fox. For kicking knowledge, I think it's time to come through with the carbons. Cock spin a bend twice like I'm trying to find a parking spot. Unorthodox, my niggas pray to God but move hard. Every day though, we the angels came equipped with the horns and the halos. My man's plugged with the plug, he get them in by the caseload. He just pocketed out the plug by mistake and ordered some yayo. Can't be serious, the city boys up one, y'all ain't fucking with us, period. Yeah, I used to drive the Honda with squeaky brakes, speakers broke, now the coupe top is like TDE with no CEO. I keep the heater close and keep these niggas on the need to know I'm quick to grip a loaf of brioche, that means I squeeze his toast. Boss gone, nigga leave a note.
Yeah. Yo, I right my wrongs, I pick up the pen and go. Yeah, I flow like I'm friends with Kendrick and Ken Nicole. You know it's no man in the middle like Centerfold. I keep a magazine or two, I let it blow. I'm cold-hearted, my nigga, I let it snow. As soon as she get close, I shut it close. Nigga, my circle small, but killers around. Nigga, murders for hire, them killers in town. Nigga.
I spit a verse with daily precision. My 16's daily nutrition. I get iron watching lines that line like Orion and Giza. Defining universal divineness to all of you non-believers. I'm trying to open your mind to rhyme and reason. The problem is you be clowning, but real spitters supplying ether. You drowsy, I'm a sativa. You in the cut with your indica. You high, but you zen. Damn, bobbing and weaving, nobody ain't boxing you even. I'm old school like hot box freestyles to the beating. Me and Short score a half an ounce in Florida weekend. Locked in a room, bar for bar, indulging the art. Nothing was subpar or decent. I think we conjure spirits or something. I hear him screaming. Have you ever rapped to a level to vessel demons? Have you ever snapped like a wrestler, jump and leap right off the top of the rope, hoping that nope, still broke your femur? Well, I don't want your feature, I need rappers, nigga, not all that ratchet trapping the beat up. I don't like you either, you acting like Peter. You hate that I'm animalistic, well damn it, I'm different. A cannibal, Hannibal Lecter, molecular difference. You caught that, you better have on my excellent picture. Fastball 96, impeccable, nigga. I have you out quicker than X's or Exodus scriptures.
Yo, I right my wrongs, I pick up the pen and go. Yeah, I flow like I'm friends with Kendrick and Ken Nicole. Yo, you know it's no man in the middle like Centerfold. I keep a magazine or two, I let it blow. I'm cold-hearted, my nigga, I let it snow. As soon as she get close, I shut it close. Nigga, my circle small, but killers around. Nigga, murders for hire, them killers in town. Nigga.
Jabot jeans and 20 sacks. Old niggas in Kango hats, cocaine like Angle Sacks. Big homies who never rat. On Nesta, we in the back. The deuce is where we at. Yeah, I'm just stating facts. And hoes like Lil Black. Hit big and play the track. In hopes to make it break. Play oldies and let them slap. Our liquors and Cadillacs. Break stinking like cognac. While sipping a 40 back. Hit Dave from Cataracts. And tell him I need a half. Got 40, that's from the left. Like nigga, I do the math. That's 80 and tell him cash. Have movements, we do a match. Pussy niggas won't last. This week and we in the land. Lost scams. Niggas will do you for a band.
Step better, hurry, hurry, before the show begins. My friends, stand in line, get your tickets. I hope you will attend.
Yeah, a myriad of 50 sacks, young killers and Raiders hats. My shooter just
tater back. He waiting to spray his Mac. That bitch just made me a sack. I blow it, she made it back. I'm eating, nigga, you ain't even seeing my table strap. Believe me, I'm stating facts. I be where the Lakers at. Courtside, I'm at the Staples on TV smelling like Pat. Main Street, that's where I be. That could easily be Iraq. Choppers ringing, young niggas are squeezing you for a stack. Push the Royce truck. Before that, we drove Rovers. Conway, Jay Worthy, the hoes chose us. The bezel on the roads, those froze up. Soul controller, standing over the stove, whipping O's up. Nigga shot at me, ain't had no luck. I double back, that pussy nigga got his dome struck. Roscoe's on Kiko, eating Obama special. My mama told me I was special, nigga. I'm special, nigga. Yeah, bitch. I said I'm special.